Hey, good evening, fellow friends, traders, and future self. Today is day 41 of my daily video log. My name is Cubert, and let's begin. So today nothing productive was done. Um, Basically, as usual, Monday is the pretty hectic work day. Everybody comes in Monday saying, "Hey, I want to get things done," and the requests from all kinds of people just keep coming in, and in the end you spend more time doing other people's work rather than your work. So it's a typical Monday for me. I woke up a bit late because I was trying to sleep in a bit to catch up on my sleep. As I have mentioned in my previous videos, I do have problems sleeping. I have some insomnia, so I occasionally wake up in the middle of the night for no reason, and I'm just trying to like like try to replace some sleep in the morning, or just get a bit more shut eye. So I woke up like at 8:30, which I will wake up at 7:40 or 8, and just immediately, almost immediately start work. I start work at 8:30 because of this work from home thing. I can just get up, and my office is just in the living room. So no progress today with regards to trading, and yes, I'm eating some yogurt right now because I really have no time. It, it's 11:46 p.m. now, and it's almost sleeping time. So I'm just gulping this thing down before I sleep. All right. I won't have time to study. So from my experience of the past week and today, I would have to say that I must shift my study times to the morning. I have to wake up slightly earlier, and the first thing I have to do is study. No phones. Uh, I spend a lot of my morning hours, which is supposed to be the most productive hours, accidentally just scrolling my phone, social media, and then half an hour is gone. So that is how bad social media, my social media addiction is. All right. But one thing I did learn for trading today is there's this thing. I don't know if any of you or the future me will uh, thank me for, which is called risk of ruin. So so since a while back, when I was listening to Etienne Creed's videos, he's the first trader that I heard mention this. So Etienne mentions this thing called risk of ruin, and I had to study it up slightly. Basically, risk of ruin talks about probability versus winning probability versus your winning ratio and your risk, on what is the percent risk of you going all the way to ruin. This is applicable to any sort of um, trading, or um, something that involves a win-lose ratio, basically. So you can apply this to gambling, you can apply this to trading, you can apply this to anything um, with a win-lose percentage, a win-lose ratio, and how much something with a capital that you have to take into account to manage your capital. So this risk of ruin is something that I rarely hear people talk about, but after reading on slightly about it, it's actually quite, I would say it's quite a good guideline as to how to manage your trade with proper risk management, how much risk to put on each trade. So you can go Google it up. Just Google risk of ruin or probability of ruin. I believe it's the other name for it is, yeah, probability of ruin. Basically, it's like the point of no return, or but in a bad way, not the other kind of point of no return, but basically it's a point where you lose so much that you can no longer recover, which is a guaranteed you are no longer able to recover. So basically, if your risk of ruin is 100%, you are a guaranteed loss in this game. If you have a 50% risk of ruin, that means by law of large numbers, sooner or later you will go bust. Either way, as long as you have a 1% risk of ruin, by the law of large numbers, by mathematics, over the long run, in uh, in 9 years, in 10 years time, chances are you will go bust, because that is how mathematics works. As long as there is a 1% chance, as long as you give it enough time, there is a chance that you will lose too much to recover from. So basically, there are some tables and basic formulas for this risk of ruin online, and I would suggest anyone who is interested in trading, in gambling, whatever that involves winning and losing, go and look up these tables. It's actually quite interesting. So there's one on a forex website. You can just Google it. I'm not gonna give you the link. It's Google is there every day, not these days. So there's this site that says if you have a 10%, if you place 10% risk per trade, and if you have a winning ratio of 50%, and your payoff ratio is 100%. So your payoff ratio is 1-to-1. That means for every 10% you're risking, you have chance to gain back 10%. Your risk of ruin is 100%. That's how amazing it is. So with a 50% win rate, you're going to lose 100%. And if you have a 2-to-1 payoff, you have a risk of ruin of 0.8%. And that, although it seems tiny, 0.8%, but in reality, it's in actual trading, the entire goal is to lower your risk of ruin all the way to 0%. That is the goal. So if you do not have 0% of risk of ruin, basically you have to fix your trading strategy or formula. Yeah, so that is the takeaway for today. If you have not heard about it, I hope this was helpful. And that's it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.